I'm half for some of Seven Kennedy Ohene Agyapong, this is water region. No kupimu VOV Radio 95.7 FM. No wa kasa papa. Wa kanima opeso yen of water region. So peso develop hon. Any tourism opeso liba hon. Any hotels are also seen along the water lake. Any factories to do opeso odiba water region hon. Abe bua wo ma first mabrunu enye adwuma ye factory to be to say corn factory cassava factory we be starch no etondo conflicts then the keka ka ho enu mo me kasa mo le mi kunu nkuti na mesro so any first time obi page channel so bo modia subscribe mame na share ma onua bi nya behwe na kire wadwuno comment section
stage of hope to the grassroots of the party ahead of that all-important elections. The Honorable Yamawache Emawakwaba of VOV Radio. All right. Welcome. And thank you very much for making time to speak with us here on VOV Radio 95.7. You've been touring the Volta region. You've met delegates, you've met supporters of the party at the grassroots level. What has been the message?
Okay. Thank you for giving me opportunity this morning. Before I speak, let me congratulate the people in Volta region for your neatness. You know, I've told about 15 constituencies and the consistency of your environment, so clean everywhere I go. I think they should let all MCs come to Ho and tour Volta region and see what they can also do to their constituency. They should replicate what is going on here. Because everywhere I go, I look around, and the place is so neat. And yesterday, when I was here, I observed something. I wonder why the people of Hohoi voted against Honorable Amewu. Well, I have to tell you the truth. In my constituency, I've not been able to construct internal rules like what Honorable Amewu has done here. Radio station, football club, hotel. What do we want? I don't know. If you really vote for a vote against Honorable Amewu, it means you don't want development. And I don't know what will motivate others to do same as he has done. Honestly, the place, there's a whole I see the vibrancy even at 8, 9 p.m. Shops were open and people were, no, that's the way you develop it. So such a man should have been encouraged to do more by voting for him. Anyway, let's see what the other candidate can also do. I'm in love with Volta region because of the way the place is clean. Well, now back to the question.
Yes.
I've been around. And let me tell you, Volta region, you are a lucky region. You're the luckiest among all regions. You know why? One, the weather conditions is conducive for agric and agro processing. Two, the vast land you have, so flat that when you do mechanized farming and go into large-scale farming, you have the land to do it, whereas others don't. Those of us in the south here, we don't have vast land which is flat like you. And the good thing is, you are also very close to the port and the capital. You know, when you draw investors to come into the country, wherever you are going to site the factory, they begin to question what is the distance from where the factory is to the port or to the capital. In fact, I've been marketing Volta region and the 5 northern regions, because of the nature of land and the size of land that you have. Anytime I do that, they tell me, they ask a question. What is the distance from, say, I've acquired 30,000 acres at Adidomi, 30,000 acres at Adakulu for ethanol plant, starch plant, and corn oil plant. They ask me, we can do the same thing in the north, but they ask, what's the proximity, the distance from Volta region to Accra? I say 2 hours. What's the distance from northern region to Accra, where the port is? I say 14 hours. And almost everybody first opted for Volta region. So I'm here preaching to the delegates to give me opportunity to serve this country so that all of you will also benefit. The first thing I'm going to do, and what I've been telling delegates, is that the moment I'm sworn in as president, I'll move Ministry of Tourism to Volta region. And we have regional administration will split it into 2. And tourism ministry will take 1, regional administration will take 1. And you see the influx of people that will be coming into this country. I mean, you have tourist sites here, not developed. We have to develop it for people to come in. These days, Kenya, Botswana, South Africa, Uganda, Namibia are making huge sums of money from these wild animals that, wildlife.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We have Mount Afajato here. You have the waterfalls. Some place I went, they said, palm tree with 7 heads, whatever. All these things, we don't know about it. We need to market Volta region. And first approach, because of the Lake Volta, when I got to Kita, and I saw, that is where I saw that the Volta is big now. We don't have anything like hotels, boats on the. There's so many things we can do with tourism in Volta region. So my first 2 projects, tourism and agro-processing, agriculture.
Yeah.
But I will move Ministry of Agri to the northern region because of the vast land, and we also have to encourage the money. So basically, my campaign is towards what we can do as people in Ghana and not relying on World Bank loans, IMF, donor countries for our survival. We can do it ourselves. So I've been showing them things that we have. I went to Agotime, to Akachi North. From Ho to Agotime, I saw that they grow a lot of coconuts. From Agotime to Akachi North, you see they grow a lot of coconut and maize as well. My brother, if you know what we can do with coconut, I forgot to bring some of them to show you. We have coconut sugar, coconut flour, coconut juice, so many things we can do with coconut. We have them in abundance, and we still import coconut juice from Thailand. We import coconut juice and pineapple juice from Holland. Why? I'm saying that we're going to give farmers inputs free, fertilizers, all the chemicals free, so that their produce will become cheaper and can compete globally. The cost of production in Ghana here is so high. So even if you import maize from Brazil, the ethanol plant, we did the search. Importing maize from Brazil to Ghana here is still cheaper than the Ghana
maize.
Yes. So what do we have to do? Because in Brazil they subsidize.
Yeah.
Here we don't. We have to give free fertilizers, free chemicals, other inputs to encourage farmers to expand. We have to show them new technology. I have a partner that I've acquired also another 56,300 acres at Adakulu. We are going to do tomatoes and potatoes. And the tomatoes, he said when he first went to Senegal, they were producing 15 tons per hectare. With this new technology, 1 hectare, they are producing 70 tons. So how can a Ghanaian farmer who say is producing 15 tons per hectare now compete with a Senegalese farmer who is producing 70 tons? This is the way we have to go. Mechanize with new technologies, expand our farms. You know, there are standards that you have to. One thing, I said it the last time and they were offended. Weedicide. Weedicide is not good. So anything you do, if you don't have the standards, yes, if you don't have the standards, they will not allow you to export it. So there are so many things we're going to show to the farmers so that we can meet international specifications so that our products can also be exported to the international market.
All right. So
example is here, my brother.
Okay.
This is
sugar.
Sugar made from coconut.
Coconuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is sugar made from coconut.
Amazing.
This is sugar. This one is vote for me and I'll vote for me. I've been there once. Give me second chance. That doesn't put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
So I've been telling them, we voted for economists, we voted for lawyers, we voted for historians, we voted for auditors, soldiers, and still
we are where we are.
We are where we are. Unemployment is high. People don't have money. Now let's try a businessman.
Yeah.
At our breakfast, we were discussing the Benin president. He was dealing in cotton, and when he became president, he focused on cotton. I went to Dubai, and they took me to the free zones where they built a huge warehouse and buying cotton from Benin. For the 3 years, he's made about $4 billion. Now, the first 6 months, he made $670 million from cotton. We have been producing cocoa over 100 years. Now we are struggling to get 500 million. How? What is wrong with that? Let's diverse. There are other areas that when we focus, Ghana will make money. Cassava alone, in Thailand, they displayed at the Ministry of Agriculture to us 32 different products. Yesterday, with conconte, tapioca, and everything added, we got 46 different products that cassava. You can get from cassava. And we call ourselves poor. Yeah. When everywhere, your backyard here, you grow, you plant cassava, and it will grow. Yeah. This is all that I'm talking about. That look, domestication. Let's take our destiny into our own hands and stop relying on foreigners for our survival. We are human beings just like them. We are capable of doing it ourselves. Those, my friend here, those who have been to school outside the country, in the classroom, you see that the white people, they are not extraordinary. They become extraordinary human beings after college. The way they dedicate themselves to work for the development of their country and the companies that they work for. That makes them different. Whereas in Ghana here, if you are working hard for a company, your own colleague will start insulting you. Why are you working? Is the business for your father? This and that. They'll discourage you. But elsewhere, it's not like that. And they promote people who work hard. They don't base it on how long you've been in the company. If, I mean, you've been 20 years unproductive service, why do you expect promotion? These are the things we have to change. I stand for patriotism, honesty, and discipline. I think this is the only way we can change this country. Ghanaians themselves are calling for change.
Yeah. Okay, so the message is well understood. But it's one thing sending a message out there, and it's another thing for the people to receive the message in good faith? You've been on the grounds together with your team. You've been interacting with the delegates and party supporters. How has the response to this fantastic message been for you?
You know, I don't believe in the funds that they give. As for funds, they can deceive you.
Yeah.
Okay. The D-Day will tell. Because tomorrow, one candidate is also coming here. They will give him the same funds. So that deception is there. That is why, may he so rest in peace, our former General Secretary said, fear delegates.
Fear delegates, yeah.
So because of that, I'm treading cautiously and working hard. And there will be consistent message to them so that the D-Day, they don't make a mistake like they did the first time. And my message again to them is, the last time you find an excuse and say that we were intimidated, I have acquired these lands, and you see from February action that is going to be taken in Volta region. So, delegates, vote Kennedy Agyapong for development, especially in Volta region.
Okay, thank you very much. So the message is now clear to the delegates out there. What is left is for the delegates to show up and throw their support and eventually vote for Kennedy Ohene Agyapong on January 31, 2026. Now, let's shift the conversation from the national perspective, as away from the NPP party and delegates. A lot of people see you as a firebrand politician, as a politician who says it as it is, regardless of who is involved. And more often than not, Ghanaians, I would say maybe culturally or by virtue of our cultural lineages, we mostly don't like to say things as they were. We are often diplomatic, we are often political in our conversations. Sitting from where you are and looking back at your journey as a politician and where you've gotten to, are you convinced that you are the sort of man Ghana needs at this moment?
Oh, yes. You know why? Of late, Ghanaians are always making reference to the Burkinabe ruler. Why? Because he's instilling discipline in the people of Burkina. And now Ghanaians always make reference to Burkina. Why? They know that this country, we need a disciplined leader, a businessman who can really manage the economy. So now Ghanaians are calling, we need a Rawlings type. We need a Rawlings type. We need a Rawlings type. So this is the time. It's ripe for Kennedy Agyapong to lead this country and instill discipline, inculcate discipline in all of us, including myself, that, we use that disciplined attitude to move the country. So Ghanaians are now poised, looking for a vibrant, bold, decisive leader who can take the bull by the horn and tell the truth. Call a spade a spade. If it's yes, it's yes. If it's no, it's no. That's the type of leader Ghanaians want. So I think I'm the right leader for Ghana at the moment.
All right. So the right leader at the moment for Ghana. Now we go into a party conversation properly. The NPP party. A lot of people, especially the top hierarchy of the party, see you as someone who is, as it were, fighting against the stance of the party, and you have done that over time. How do you respond to people like that?
Give example of that.
No, but it's the party people who are talking.
And
they say when the party take a stand, Kennedy Agyapong will come and insult the party leadership, or Kennedy Agyapong will have other ideas contrary, or will take positions contrary to party position.
Yeah, that makes me a unique person. And whatever advice I gave them, if they took it, we wouldn't have been in opposition. What makes you think you're a leader and you're 100% right, and nobody has the right to criticize your decision? That's the problem of the party. The top don't like me because I've been bold to criticize the wrongs. And that is why Ghanaians are also calling for me. That's the gospel truth. When I tell you that, look, this is let me give you one example. In March 2022, I had $40 million, equivalent in cedis, 240 million. Now, the 240 million, in March 2022, it was 6 cedis to $1, which means I have $40 million. The same 2022 August, the same $240 million worth 15,483,000. So I told them, look, anybody in this government, if you bring him, he lost the election in 2022. Because Ghanaians, the businessmen, had taken a stand, taken a decision that no more with the MPP party, with this, anybody from this government. And they said what? Oh, Kennedy Agyapong is destroying the party. I am giving you clues not to vote for a wrong person. And you didn't take it. You voted for a wrong person. We lost miserably. How do you then accuse me? Because I felt it. A guy came to me. He was with the other camp. And when he came and we were discussing, and I showed I gave him reasons why I said those things. And he was shocked. It's a lady rather. She asked me a question. So how are your co-stores? Listen to me. My co-stores, I was renting them after taxes. All the co-stores, I was making $600,000 a month. This time, our time, 2024, out of the 600,000, my rent was $28,000 after tax. The lady was shocked. Say, yeah, you don't do business. You sit in the office, and when we are complaining, you think we complain too much. She was shocked. And NDC came, he started picking, but there's nothing to write home about. I've lost drastically. People's money, gone. So if I tell you, and you say that I'm going contrary to the party, what I made us, May 2016, we didn't have cars. Where were these rich people? People who can give monies, where were they? But we've gone past that. I'm okay with whatever going on. But the delegates, what I can tell you is, don't think of today's money. Think of future, the permanent job that your children are going to get. Those enticing you with monies cannot give you anything. After that, they'll say goodbye to you, and you still go back and struggle. So vote for a man who has love for you, who cares about your welfare, who sees you as a human being, and always ready to vote, put his life on the line for you, especially people in Volta region. Why did I acquire 60,000 acres from Volta region alone for projects? I'm from Central region. Why didn't I take it to Central region? But Central region, we don't have that size of land. So I'm not tribalistic, I'm not anything, I'm a pure businessman. And I make sure I put my money or invest my money where I'm going to recoup it. This is Kennedy Agyapong. So I'm coming in with business. And as for Volta region, the way I am marketing Volta region in the whole world for you, you don't have to give me less than 90%. Because even your NDC MPs, they can never go and gather the courage to meet billionaires and sell Volta region to them. I sell Volta region. Every meeting, talking about Volta region. I'm realist because my area, we can't have it. And if Central Region can't have it, I don't have to be passive citizen and say, oh, I don't care if Central, no other aid. That's why I'm bringing investment in this region.
Yeah. So thank you very much. But before you take leave of us, the sort of things you've mentioned, your pain, your bitterness about the party, I think is synonymous with a lot of people at the grassroots level who felt for 8 years that the party has been in power, they have actually been left on their own without, despite the fight they put to ensure that the party was in power and all that. Does that explain the reason why you are seemingly fighting for the grassroots of the party?
Yeah, of course. You see, you said the top. You mentioned the top. They don't like me because of their guilt. How can you on earth sell a position to your party member, ask him to pay 20,000 cedis before he gets police recruitment? I'm surprised somebody in MPP is thinking of voting for these people again. I'm surprised. The same people coming to you, putting pressure on you to vote for the same candidate were the very people who were selling party positions, jobs, migration, 20,000, fire service, 20,000, prison, 20,000, military, 20,000. Some people paid 30, 50,000. I went to Takwa, and a gentleman said, I'm a party man. I have my card. I didn't vote. Because when my son wanted military, I paid 30,000. He fortunately got it. I went to Asante Achim. A whole second vice chairman paid 36,000 for 3 kids for migration. They didn't get it. And his own brother had 2 of it, that is 24,000, took him to the police. So you see that bitterness cause is part of our defeat. Stop campaigning for me and I win. You will see what they will do to you.
We've had in studio with the Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong in the local language for our listeners to also know what has transpired here on VOV Radio 95.7. As always, this discussion came to you live from our studios here on the Hohoi stretch of the Eastern Corridor Road, right opposite the GCB Bank here in Hohoi, Ahado. So, sir, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All
God
right.
bless.
Okay, so before you take leave of us, we have some little franchise